Namaste friends, today we are going to discuss on right to information and transparency. Let's define the term information. Right to Information Act 2064 defined information as any written document, material or information related to the function or proceeding thereof or decision of public importance made by public body. As we regard information as a power, providing information to the citizen is eventually empowering the citizen. Then what is right to information? The right to seek, demand and obtain the information in area of public concern by citizen is known as right to information. Right to information law is regarded as whistleblower law. Our Constitution in Article 27 preserves right to information as fundamental right. It says, every citizen shall have the right to demand and receive information on any matter of his or her interest or of public interest, provided that no one shall be compelled to provide information on any matter of which confidentiality must be maintained in accordance with law. What is the philosophy behind right to information law? The preamble of Right to Information Act 2064 run, make the function of the state open and transparent in accordance with the democratic system and to make responsible and accountable to the citizen, to make the access of citizens simple and easy to information of public importance held in public bodies, to protect sensitive information that could make adverse impact on the interest of nation and citizen, and for the necessity of have legal provision to protect the right of citizen to be well informed and to bring into practice. This act defines certain institutions to be the public, a body under the Constitution, body established by any act, a body formed by the government of Nepal, institution or foundation established by law, public service, political party or organization, body corporate, ownership under control of government of Nepal, body corporate established by government of Nepal, non-governmental organization, institution, these are public bodies, and also any other institution which prescribed as public body by publicizing notice in Nepal Gazette will also be public body, which are under scrutiny of public audit. What are the responsibility of public body? The public body should classify and update information to make them public, published and broadcast. They should make the citizens access to information simple and easy. They should conduct their function openly and transparently. They should provide appropriate training and orientation to its staff to maintain record and provide information sought and demanded by citizens. What are the institutional arrangements in Nepal regarding right to information? Right to Information Act 2064 made mandatory to appoint information officer in public institution. There is provision of National Information Commission. Its duty and authorities as followed: to observe and study the record and document of public importance held in public body, to issue order to such body to enlist and manage the record, document and other material pertaining to information, to issue order to concerned public body to make information public for citizens notification, to prescribe time frame, order concerned public body to provide information demanded by applicant within a time frame, to order concerned party to fulfill the liability as mentioned in the Act, to provide necessary suggestion and recommendation to the government of Nepal regarding the protection and promotion of right to information, to issue other appropriate order regarding the protection, promotion and exercise of right to information. These are the responsibility and power of National Information Commission. Other important provision in Right to Information Act have provision of classification of information It has provision of whistleblower protection. It said information should not be misused. It has provision of compensation for loss caused by not providing or providing wrong information. There is also one schedule at the last of the Right to Information Act which put the oath of right to information. Like while taking public service responsibility, everyone had to take the oath of secrecy. This Right to Information Act provided oath of right to information as well. Right to Information Act provide 5 types of limitation which cannot be provided to the information seeker. The information which can jeopardize country's sovereignty, integrity or national security, which can adversely affect the investigation of crime, which can affect the economic or trade or monetary interests of country, which jeopardize harmonious relation among communities, which information are related with individual privacy cannot be provided to the information seeker. Right to information is taken as one of the important pillars of human right. In Universal Declaration of Human Rights in Article 19, it runs, everyone has the right to freedom of opinion and expression. This right includes freedom to hold opinion without interference and to seek, receive and impart information and ideas through any media and regardless of frontiers. Same provision is in International Convention of Civil and Political Rights 1966. Our Supreme Court also established various standards on right to information through its landmark decisions. In Gopal Shivakoti versus Arun Third Hydropower Project case said, there is no doubt that Arun Third Hydro Project is a project of public concern and every citizen has a right to demand and obtain information in the area of public concern. Here are some principles of right to information: principle of maximum disclosure, principle of minimum exception, principle of duty to publish, principle of transparency, principle of cost effectiveness, principle of access, principle of whistleblower protection, principle of smooth procedure, and principle of right to appeal. Let's talk about transparency. In natural science, sunshine kills the germ. In social science, transparency kills the corruption. Transparency refers to the public access in the area of public importance. Transparency is important pillar of good governance. It is basis of check and balance as well. Transparency International defined transparency as characteristic of government, company, organization and individuals that are open in all clear disclosure of information, values, plan, procedure and action. Here are 4 components of transparency. It needed transparent culture, it needed competent organization, it needed modern technology, especially information technology, and it needed smooth procedure. Our civil service employee regulation have provision regarding transparency. In Rule 13, it said transparency to be maintained. A civil servant shall make transparent any services to be provided, supply or goods to be delivered by his or her office or the proceeding and the decision-making process in the case of carrying out construction work. What is the relation between right to information and transparency? Right to information is power of citizen ensured by Constitution. Right to information assures transparency. Right to information is means. Transparency and good governance is the end. Right to information and transparency have complementary relationship. If there is transparency, the right to information will prevail. Implementation of right to information will ensure transparency and ultimately serve good governance. What are the problems, obstacles in right to information and transparency. The first thing is, when we join the public service, we take oath of secrecy. We don't take oath of transparency or right to information. Bureaucracy is based on doctrine of anonymity, closed door decision making process, rudimentary e-governance, ineffective communication, improper record management, restriction to divulge information to media, lack of aid transparency, supply inadequate information only for formality, and weak demand side. These are the problems of our system to maintain transparency. Here is the way forward. Make provision, take not only oath of secrecy but also oath of transparency. Number 1, need to wider use of information technology, effective implementation of provision of citizen charter, public hearing, information officer, and such other provisions of law, update website on regular basis and regular publication of information, encourage public to ask information of public concern, monitoring of media sector, pressure group, and civil society. Let's conclude our discussion. Transparency is one of the pillars of good governance which helps to fulfill the people's expectation, generate commitment of public servant, and empower public interest. Right to information legislation is the legal arrangement to ensure transparency. Effective implementation of progressive provision of right to information legislation will not only curb corruption in public sector but also enhance people's ownership toward the state mechanism. Here we come to end of the discussion. Feel free to subscribe my channel. See you in next video. Namaste.